We are mere days from the start of spring, and with spring comes hope. No hope is greater than the hope for delicious snacks, and today YTD is off to the Netherlands with designs on discovering something new and tasty to get spring off on the right foot. Amsterdam, here we come. You tried it! You tried that. Dutch snacks. I'm Nick Nowak for the Pale Shanahan car.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Geiger.
Hello.
Guys, have you heard this story about an old Mike Tyson fight? And in it, you can see, like, in a still image in the background, there's a man with a smartphone. And it was like well before smartphones were invented. Have you seen this or not?
No.
Look up.
Is this proof of time travel?
Proof of time travel. So
Okay.
Google Mike Tyson
All right, I'm gonna Google it.
fight smartphone to get a picture.
Wait, Mike Tyson
Mike Tyson.
fights a smartphone?
Yeah.
Mike Tyson's smartphone fight.
So
Killjoys debunk internet theory about a time travel.
no, not that one.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see this picture. It does kind of look like this person is holding, like a early model iPhone, but it also is very clearly maybe a camera.
So this guy traveled in time, and what he wanted to do was go watch Tyson box somebody's jaw.
No, you know what he was doing. He was like betting the fight. So he was probably being like, Mike Tyson will murder this man in this first round instead of the second round. But he was going to make some money off it.
Doing the old Biff Tannen.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to see Mike Tyson eat a man's ear or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever he did.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe he was just like, he was trying to scope his moves out. Like, maybe that is it's not a time traveler thing, but it's like a video camera. He's doing some like mocap for Mike Tyson's Punch Out. You know, maybe he's a video game developer.
That's it, probably. Yeah.
That was the first mocap game.
Yeah. All right. So
Cool.
Penis Bush.
All right, good. Glad that one had legs. Anyway, penis bush.
He went back in time to learn about the penis bush. Yeah, I got this news story. The title of the news story is Penis Bush. No, this is from OregonLive.com. It says this Oregon shrub is not safe for work and stops traffic in a Portland suburb. So before we get too much into the story, I'm just gonna show you guys a picture of this bush.
That's a dick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very clearly an erect penis with Christmas lights on it, but they do decorate it during the holidays. See here, it's got a little leprechaun hat and 2 4-leaf clovers for balls.
Okay.
Right there in that picture.
Foreskin clovers. Yep.
I mean, they've cut it that way. This is not. I thought this was going to be some naturally occurring like thing that kind of looked like a penis, but no, this is clearly cut and shaped to look like it.
I don't know. I think it could be natural, but let's see what the story has to say. So it says, my suburban neighborhood is home to a 12-foot tall arborvitae shaped like a circumcised penis. It's the most exciting thing to happen since the Beatles spent the night in our town. The impressive bush, a.k.a. the chub shrub, is the brainchild of this lady, Lynn, a business owner who's lived here in the Portland suburb for 24 years. She has amused herself for at least 20 years by daydreaming about shaping her front yard shrub into phallic form. The dream became a reality on August 28th, 2021. She says, quote, I was out there trimming the thing with a 24-inch bar on my hedger thinking, I'm 90% of the way there. Why not today? Before going full-on chub shrub, she polled her neighbors to see how they felt about having a penis tree pop up in the cul-de-sac. The immediate neighbors thought it was a fine idea. Her other neighbors thought she was kidding. So then she just went ahead with it. So
this was her dream? This was her dream, to have a cock-shaped bush.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. At this point, you might be asking yourself why.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, with a global pandemic raging, American politics in an upheaval, she was fed up with everything. So she decided that she, quote, I finally just went with it.
Yeah.
So she's pissed off about COVID and decided to
I can definitely
shape a
see
penis
how
in the front
that's
yard.
tied to global politics. I mean, that's pretty clear. That's very obvious.
Democrats and Republicans can't get along. I'm going to make a penis.
Sounds like it was probably written by Mitch Albom. Where's that from? What paper wrote that?
This
Yeah.
is Oregon Live, the Oregonian.
Okay.
It says. So then she started decorating it for the holidays. She woke up one morning to find a white garland draped over her bush. This was followed by someone covering the creation with little red balls. She says, that's when I decided I needed to control the narratives. So after she added lights, the Yuletide bush began receiving even more attention. People showed up at her door with gifts, including maple bars with strategically placed donut holes. And then two carloads of people showed up one night to sing a bawdy version of "Oh Christmas Tree" to the bush.
Someone showed up at her house with a donut dick?
Yes, you definitely need to control the narrative you created by making a dick tree.
How would you feel if this was let's do a little nosyneighbor.com. You want to live 1 to 10 houses away from this lady?
She seems annoying in general. Dick Bush aside, she just seems kind of, look, this is about political statements and controlling the net. You carved a dong in your front yard. It has nothing to do with fucking George W. Bush or whatever the fuck you're upset about.
That's definitely
relevant
what she was mad
political
about in
figure.
2021. Yeah, she was pissed
She
about
went back in time with her iPhone. It's like Dukakis made a mess of it.
Yeah, no.
I have no issue with the lady. I think it's kind of funny, but I feel like I would worry about who it attracts to come see it. Like it's become like a thing that everyone needs, right? But some like teenage boys like just gonna be running around the middle of the night trying to take photos with it, and so I worry about the clientele that might be running around near my house.
The clientele. There would be probably a lot of uncomfortable conversations with the kids too. Like, why is everyone pointing at that tree? Like, it's shaped like a penis, and then I have to explain about the birds and the bees,
what a penis is.
Yeah.
I think my biggest concern would be like other neighbors then wanting to like, keep up with the Joneses kind of thing. Like the next morning you wake up, somebody's got like they've trimmed their pine tree to look like a vagina, and then like somebody else has got like their grass they got goatsy grass or something. It's just, like where does it stop?
Goatsy grass is a big problem. Yeah, you gotta think ahead.
Tub girl, bird feeder.
Where does it stop?
Harlequin bird fetus. Yeah, I don't think anyone would understand. Like, you'd have to get an aerial view to even see the goatsy grass and have it make sense.
I mean, I could see it from my balcony, maybe.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
They just mowed it in such a way that it's a gaping asshole.
Yup. There'd be a gaping
Spread
asshole
wide.
for sure in this scenario, but I'm not sure it'd be the lawn.
Okay.
All right.
Other thoughts on penis bush, or should we move on to the next?
Really keeping the train moving today. I think I've exhausted my thoughts, fellas.
All right. 3 snacks, rate them on a 5-point scale. I love that, like that, indifferent to that, dislike that, and hate that. Let's start with these Red Band originals. Red
these
Band
from the Netherlands?
Stophoest. Yes, these are from listener, friend of the pod, past guest, Allison,
Nice.
who went to Amsterdam,
Oh boy.
picked up some snacks for us.
Are these all full of drugs? No, I don't know.
Yeah, Amsterdam like has that
Yeah.
reputation, right? That everything's legal there. I actually was not sure what the laws were like nowadays and looked it up, and most things are not legal there. It's a little blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
You can't just like walk off a plane and start stabbing dudes. Like, come on.
Yeah.
You could. It sounded like you were able to carry around pot before you could in the U.S. Right, and you can carry like a small amount of mushrooms. You can't like go in public, like just doing drugs in the street, like lighting up heroin.
But isn't that with the red light district? There's a bunch of like hookers and stuff.
Yes, like prostitution. Yes, prostitution is the biggest difference of what is legal.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have Blow Alley anymore, right? Where it was just like a giant pile of cocaine and you just walk down with a straw snorting it.
Right.
That
I'm not sure where that was going, but okay.
Blow Alley with cocaine.
Shoot
It's not a bunch of penis bushes.
Bunch of cocaine straight up out the top of the penis bush. All right, so it's the red light district. These are the red band.
Yeah.
Is goats illegal in Amsterdam?
You're pulling your ass cheeks apart?
Is
Probably.
goatee-
I don't think that's a crime
It's
anywhere.
illegal.
I don't think you can goatee in public.
Yeah. Well, you can do it in the goatee district. There's.
You got to go down to the Goatsy Grove.
If the light's red, you can approach for sex.
Mm-hmm.
If it's blue, then the goatee.
Okay. There's a blue light district? Okay, all right. I guess when in Rome.
You heard that term, blue plate special?
Yeah. Oh, that's about goatee?
Would it be brown light? Brown light district.
What's the
What
famous brown
are
light?
these supposed to? Are these supposed to have a flavor?
They're like mint
To them.
or something. They're
Yeah,
weird.
they're a little minty.
But like something else in there too. I feel like I've had this before and I can't figure out what
Yeah, what are these?
It's almost like
reminds me
a
of-
cough drop or something.
It's almost a little
Licorice.
Necco wafery.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
they're like small discs, lifesaver size or something.
it has like a minty aftertaste to it, but it also, you're right, there's some kind of licoricey type of flavor to it. I don't know. And we can't read anything on the package to confirm. Light brown chalky discs in there that all say red band on them. All right, Geiger, what do you think?
Last time I went to the blue light district, I showed everyone my light brown chalky disc when I goateed. Yeah. I don't know why it was chalky, but
You
that's-
goateed in Amsterdam?
Yeah, I did. It was pretty cool.
Is time travel legal there?
Yeah, if you could figure it out. Yeah, I went back to 1961 and did the first goatsy in the blue light district. They named it after me. I had a blue shirt on at the time.
That's why the timeline changed. Now it's called Geigertsy.
Geigertsy, yeah. But you can't just come off the plane doing goatsy. Like you have to go to the goatsy district. All right, this I figured it out. This to me tastes like mouthwash. It tastes like Scope, but in the form of like a brown disc that looks like a piece of wood. These are one of the weirder snacks I feel like we've had. I don't mind mints. Like if this is just a straight up breath mint, that'd be fine. But the taste is just a bit off, and I don't really like. I'm gonna give it a dislike. That I don't like these very much.
All right, dislike to start. Chad, what do you think?
It's definitely a weird flavor and that I didn't know what to make of it at first, both the flavor and the consistency. Like, it was chalkier than I expected. I will say this definitely does not make me say Amsterdam like I was hoping it would. But after 3, I think I decided that this just didn't taste very good. So, I'm going to second up with Geiger there and give it a dislike that.
I traveled back in time to watch
Yeah.
Jack Dempsey Goatsy.
Oh,
middle of
Jack
it.
Dempsey. With his boxing gloves on? I was saying, it must have been pretty difficult.
Yeah, that's a high degree of difficulty there with that.
That's why there was a crowd.
There's somebody with the iPhone, and then you scan to the other side, it's filming Novak pulling his ass cheeks apart. 2 time travelers.
He's just trying to control the Goatsy narrative,
Yeah.
that's all.
See as many old boxers doing nasty shit as I can.
Gene Tunney was in there with a tub girl.
George Foreman in his lemon party days.
Come on, we know you got another old boxer lined up.
Traveled back to watch Sonny Liston, Human Centipede, Rocky Marciano.
Yep, that's what you did.
I think these are. I was confused when I was eating them.
Yeah.
But I've kind of been going back for them. I'm going to shock the world here.
No.
Yes, and I'm going to give these a low-level like that.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
That's not that shy. You just thought I was going to say I loved it.
I prefer to see you Goatsy.
I think they're okay. They're kind of tasty. I would like there to be a few more flavors to them, but they are interesting.
Yeah, it's very one note.
Let's go next to the Balisto ×2. Balisto is like a couple of like miniature Twix looking candy bars. There's 2 of them, and it says muesli, noisettes, raisins.
It shows little grapes, which I'm assuming are raisins, on the package.
What is the white?
What is the flavor of the white?
What is the white?
Yeah, so there is this like U-shaped white in the middle, and then the cookie, and then an occasional raisin to break up the consistency.
All right, Chad, you're gonna lead off. What do you think?
This is really interesting, actually. Like, I don't know what to think of this, because like this feels like the kind of bar where, like, if I grew up, in Amsterdam or something, eating this, like, I would probably like learn to like really get into it, like, because I think these flavors aren't terrible. It's just like a combination that I'm kind of like not used to, and my palate is rejecting it a little bit for that reason. But I think the chocolate's all right. The raisins are interesting addition in there. Maybe I'd want like a little bit more of them than there are. Like, I think there's maybe like only 3 in this whole ×1 bar that I ate. But yeah, the middle is just sort of like a little weird. As it is, this snack does not make me say Amsterdam. So I am just going to put it, I think, just like at a high level, indifferent to that. I can't go to like that.
I think this one's even a little better than the first one. I don't think it really needs the raisin. The raisin's not detracting from it. It's just a little confusing, maybe, the addition.
Yeah.
I do like whatever the white is, okay? I don't know what the white is, but I like it. And I think the cookie's decent. I think it's pretty tasty. I could easily finish this. I got to give it a mid-level like that. Okay.
I agree the raisin's a bit confusing. About as confusing as Joe Louis at a furry convention. But that's really all I had figured out so far. I don't know what to say, Now, I actually kind of wish there was more raisin. I like the raisin in here. And it's not like it's not like an overpoweringly sour, like chewy raisin like we have here. It's like a little tart flavor in there, which is good. I agree with Novak. I like the white. And I am actually, what I like about it is also what Chad touched on. It's like, I've never eaten anything like this before. It is truly like a different combination of like flavors in a candy bar. And I like it. I'm with Novak. It's a solid like that. I enjoyed this. I ate both.
All right, a couple of likes. So I'm pulling the time machine down over the top of my head.
Okay.
Picture me. I put on a pair of goggles,
Mm-hmm.
and you stop and say, "Where are you going?" And then I hold the top up and say, "Where do you think?" "I'm going to watch Roberto Duran shove a bottle up his ass." And then I close it and we disappear.
Don't forget to see George Godfrey's autoerotic asphyxiation while you're there.
George Godfrey is a name you did not know existed 20 seconds ago.
I may have Googled old boxer, and it was the first result.
We're really running out of...
he's like one of those guys that's standing there with like his right arm way out and his left arm by his chest, you know?
We are running out of sexual peccadillos when Roberto Duran's just jamming a Coke bottle up his ass. This is sexual, I guess? Ram it. All right. Cool, man.
I love you, Roberto.
Remember that time Chuck Wepner, the inspiration for Rocky, couldn't fight because he had 3 gerbils stuffed up his asshole?
I do remember that.
It was a
Is
pretty
that the
dramatic...
actual Rocky inspiration's name?
Chuck Wepner apparently was the inspiration for Rocky. I don't think he did the gerbil stuff. But...
No, that happens in Rocky 4.
Yo, Adrian, get some sawdust. I gotta get these gerbils out of here.
But Drago's putting like mechanical gerbils up his ass.
Getting strong now. They're just like shoving gerbils up his asshole.
He wasn't catching chickens. He was catching gerbils to shove up his ass later.
If they die, they die. Crushing them with his ass cheeks. They're just like, all
right, segment time.
You know, this has a lot to do with what we were just talking about. But, you know, we're going to once again, this is the second time we've done this. We're going to look at some of the wildest court cases from history in a segment that I have called You Tried Dat. You guys have to be the judge, jury, and maybe executioner. I don't know. We'll see. But basically, I'm going to read you a court case. You have 2 choices here. Your choices are go to trial or whoa, poo pile.
Oh, yes. Now I remember.
Okay, yeah, that's great. Okay, good. I knew that would jog your memory. Okay, great. All right. So I got 8 cases here. Let's get started.
Okay.
First one. A 69-year-old Dutchman, I guess this is relevant here, wanted to legally change his age in order to avoid ageism. So Emil Rattlebond claimed he felt discriminated against because his real age was affecting his job prospects, as well as his chances of success on Tinder, a popular dating app. The judge explained that many rights and obligations are age-based and that changing the legal age could cause many legal implications. He ended up losing his case. Geiger, we'll start with you. What do you think? Should this guy have been allowed to legally change his age to get laid more?
You mean they don't want 17-year-olds pretending they're 35 on Tinder? What a shock. Does he realize he's going to have to actually meet the women and he's going to be a decrepit monster when he shows up? Like, gonna be like, hey, spry old 41. He's like barely like falls over and can't get up.
You got an interesting impression of 69-year-olds. He's not the crypt keeper.
Okay, that's hello. I'm barely alive. Yeah, I don't. What job is he applying
He's 183, being kept alive and of his head floating in a tube.
I just want people to think I'm 122.
Yeah. So wait a minute. If I don't think he should get he's not in the right. It's a poo pile, right?
Yeah. If you think it was a bad case to bring, whoa, poo pile.
I mean, props to him for trying to get out there still and date and work and be a part of society, but do it at your own age. Poo pile.
Okay. Novak, what do you think? I mean, he was 69, which is a nice age.
Right.
Right. Yep.
I feel like he's trying to pull one over on Chris Hansen here. No. I'm 6. If you just look at
That also isn't legal for a 6-year-old to bang an underage person. Oh no! See, on Tinder they claimed they were 47. What?
So this seems.
We've seen your time travel logs. Why did you bring these wine coolers that haven't been invented yet?
What is dost thou, Seagram Seabreeze? I don't know how far back you went, I guess.
What the hell?
To the time of the bard.
I wanted to go see. I wanted to go see Shakespeare. You know, the original guy who liked to do the stranger. You know, Shakespeare.
Sir
I wanted to watch him do that.
Sir Christopher of Hanson has come out. You're a pervert.
This seems like really. It's going to be problematic if this sort of thing was allowed. So I'm going to say the poop pile.
Okay. Second one here. All right. Sugar has 61 different names, so it stands to reason some people may not recognize the ingredient when reading a nutrition label. This happened to a California woman who sued jelly bean maker, quote, Jelly Bean, for using the term evaporated cane juice instead of the word sugar in its food label. Jessica Gomez of San Bernardino County alleged fraud, claiming the company was misleading consumers about how much sugar the snack actually contained, even though the total grams of sugar per serving was clearly displayed. The case was dismissed. Novak, what do you think about this lady?
I mean, if they would have completely not put the word sugar and replaced it with evaporated cane, what was evaporated what?
They had said they said evaporated cane juice.
Okay, yeah. If they completely, like, if that was in the nutrition facts, right? Then I'd say you have a case, right? You can't just call like sugar like magical fairy dust or something, and then it's okay. But so they did display it though, so I feel like this lady just didn't look close enough. This is poop pile.
All right, Geiger, you agree here?
I think there is something to be said for like all these food companies always trying to mask what they're doing and make it seem natural and healthy. And evaporated cane juice sounds somehow more disgusting than sugar. But again, at the end of the day, it said sugar. You're also what was it? Does it say what the package? I forget.
Well, because they have the nutrition label, right? That shows like sugar, 52 grams.
No. Like, what was she
eating?
eating?
The ingredients. Oh, jelly beans.
Yeah. Like,
she didn't think sugar.
That's a little bit of an A to B situation there. Like, I bought a bag of jelly beans. I ate the whole thing. Am dismayed to find out there was sugar in it. That's kind of stupid. So, while I agree maybe with the premise of some of the problems, this would be a giant waste of court time, I think.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Poop pile.
Yeah. But I mean, there could be like some interesting precedent here, right? Because you show up with the wine coolers and you're like, oh, it doesn't have alcohol. It has like distilled refined beverages or something, maybe you could get away with something.
Yeah,
there.
you could do that.
Okay, great.
All right, medieval times, which is going to make it.
It's no. This is just mead. It's I guess mead's probably alcoholic too. All right, number 3. Many people have a story about a date gone wrong, but most would forget about the whole ordeal as soon as it's over and move on. But a 37-year-old from Austin, Texas could not let go of his bad date. He was so offended that the date spent the time they were at the movies watching Guardians of Galaxy Volume 2, texting on her phone. He claimed her behavior was breaking theater rules and affected his movie watching experience. She agreed to pay him $17.31 for her movie ticket if he left her alone, so he withdrew the lawsuit. Geiger, what do you think about this guy? He's got a case here? Or?
Does he have he's got a case of the incels, that's for sure. Holy shit. This guy, this is the kind of guy that's petitioning Congress to change the age on Tinder, for sure. He sounds like a piece of shit. First of all, don't take your date to a movie theater. Like, what were you...
Okay, but like, I mean, James Gunn here. You know, this is like some of the top tier MCU stuff.
It's a good
He's made
movie.
that
Look,
movie before.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2, solid flick. But
Mm,
if you, like, why are you taking a date to a movie where you can't talk to them? She was probably bored, didn't really want to go on a first date to this fucking Marvel movie with this nerd. And then he's all fucking mad that she's fucking text. Oh, why aren't you into the fucking lore of Nebula's backstory? Shut the fuck up. So
look at Kurt Russell's performance.
So yeah, the fact that she was so willing to just pay him whatever it took, well, $17 to get him to stay away is probably a good sign. I think this guy sounds like a literal poo pile, and he's never going to get his poo pile touched in his lifetime at this rate.
Okay. Novak, you agree?
I was just like, okay, we poo piled everything.
I know.
Let me look for a reason to send
That
this
they should
next
go to
one
trial.
to trial.
Not this
And
guy.
I can't.
You don't want to side with this with this basement dwelling probably giant nerd. Well, actually, Rocket
yes.
Raccoon has blah 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 blah.
But I don't think it's good for. I don't think it's going to be good for me to side with this guy.
Apparently, Drax the Destroyer's hidden power is cock block.
Look, that is shitty to sit and text during the movie.
I hate people that are like they like distracting stuff on their phone while they're watching a movie in the theater.
And it's probably really frustrating that he wasted the date on that, right? On someone who's going to do that. But
seeing as he
The
probably
problem
has
was-
not had many in his life.
right. He had changed his age to 10. He wasn't supposed to be in there anyway without parental guidance. So
All right. Okay, number 4. It started in 2013 when a teenager measured his Subway footlong sandwich. It turned out to be only 11 inches, an inch too short. Fast forward 3 years, and the company was settling a class action lawsuit in court, promising to make its rolls 12 inches. The only people to benefit from the lawsuit were the attorneys, who received about $520,000 in fees. The judge agreed with activist and legal writer Theodore Frank that this was not fair and dismissed the settlement and the entire case. So this guy class action sued Subway for for something that has happened to many a woman, probably, which is being lied about the length.
right.
And
they wanted a foot long dick. They didn't get one.
and only got 11 inches and were dissatisfied. But the judge ended up throwing it all out because only the attorneys ended up profiting. Novak, what do you think?
Yeah, if this guy was consistent with his measurements, like if he measured the sandwich the same way he measures himself, which is start way below the base of the sandwich, then he would have easily got to 12 inches, and it wouldn't have been a problem.
And you gotta like shove the ruler like way in there.
You gotta
when
really
you measure a sandwich.
You gotta shave the sandwich down so you can see the base of the sandwich.
yeah, right. You know, you get rid of all that like extra condiments. It
All
makes
the-
the sandwich look a little bit
Get
bigger.
rid of all the lettuce. Yeah.
Right. And then when you like show Exhibit A, if you're Subway, you just show the end of the ruler with like the top of the sandwich showing 12. Right? So it's a very
Oh, sorry, we didn't get it all in focus. It was so big, you know.
But look, Subway says they're going to give you a foot-long sub. They got to give you the foot-long sub. Like, I'm tired of this like potato chip package that's like a third full and it's all full of air. Right? Someone's got to put a stop to this. I wanted to trial something, so I want to see this go to trial.
All right, Geiger.
So the guy, or the class action lawsuit, was he just trying to get them to make the right sandwich size, or he wanted money out of this somehow? Like,
Probably both,
Yeah.
if I had to guess. But
pay me for the extra inch of sandwich I didn't get, kind of thing, and I
yeah,
ate so many Subway sandwiches. Yeah, look. Look, we just talked about food companies kind of being shisty, you know, like kind of not being very honest in their advertising. They built the whole, if they hadn't built a whole campaign where the whole theme song was about a $5 foot long, like touting how it was long, and they had properly shaved down all the letters.
If they didn't have an entire campaign built around Jared Fogle,
I was definitely trying to wonder if I should bring up Fogle in inches, and I'm like, it's probably just his bad territory. Yeah, Jared is a fucking shithead. I don't know why I had to clarify that. We all know.
His name is Jared, and he wishes he could time travel.
Yes, that Jared. But I think he. What was I saying? I think I agree with this. This is a trial. I'm glad they forced them to be honest in their advertising, or just change the deal to like a $5 11-inch sub. It doesn't roll off the tongue like 12 feet or 12. Sorry, 12 inches.
Foot.
I want a 12-inch party sub for $5. 12 feet of sandwich for 5 bones. Oh, fuck, we're out of business now. First Jared, now this. We fucked this all up. So, yeah, sue those assholes.
Okay. No case to be made here that the person shouldn't get any money because they chose to go to Subway. Okay.
You knew what you were getting when you went in here.
All right. $5 penis bush. Okay, so number 5, Shane.
Okay, got that in. All right, good. Moving on.
I just wanted to sing it. Just wanted to sing that great song that I thought up. Great parody song. Shane Proler from the Houston Fire Department is afraid of fire. So he works with the fire department. He's afraid of fire. He was reassigned to an office position so he would not have to come in direct contact with what scared him. But he wanted to remain in his former job in the fire suppression unit. He claimed his fear was a disability and that he was discriminated against because of said disability. His case made it to the Texas Supreme Court, which ruled there was no evidence he was discriminated against on account of a disability. So, Geiger, the guy just wants to make a living as a firefighter. He's afraid of fire.
Is he like?
Shouldn't he be allowed to make that living?
Is this like he's not afraid of fire because he was like trapped in a rising inferno or something?
He get burned.
Like...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's just afraid of fire for the same reason the rest of us are, like death.
So is he in IT now or something at the fire department? Like they just put him in an office?
Yeah, they
job?
tried to transfer him to a desk job, but he wanted to stay on the other job and then like just sit around and be like, "Sorry, can't help. I'm afraid of fire."
I want to, send these to trial, but these guys are all dickheads. I think, I'm with Novak. If he had fought some fires and then got hurt on the job and like psychologically. It was hard, but he didn't want to lose his pension or something. Like, I get there's a scenario where that makes sense.
In a wheelchair, like, unrecognizable with, like, a voice modulator, like, I prefer not to fight fires.
Get in there, Hawking.
The helmet is very heavy. Since I only have half a skull, it can't support the weight.
90% of my body is ash. Do not make me do this.
In that case, he's like immune, right? Like, what's there left to burn?
That's what you would call him, immune to fire? I think his body proved he was quite immune.
quite immune.
When half of your body is lit on fire, that's not what they call immune. You are very flammable.
I'd like to go back in time. Oh, you want to go before this accident? I want to see Iron Mike.
I want to go see Guardians of the Galaxy 2 on opening night. What? It was 2 weeks ago. Yes.
I want to see Muhammad Ali twerk his nipples in the ring.
What?
Twerk them? Is that when they move them up and down?
Tweak. I was like, what? I meant to say tweak. But I guess he twerks them now, yeah. That's what he did.
So I think this guy again. Comes down to
float like a butterfly, twerk like a nip.
Yep. Famous twerking nips of Muhammad Ali. I am the greatest. Just his nipples like floating up and down at the fucking press conference. What are we fucking doing? The king of the sport of kings, boxing. The rope-a-dope was just him following George Foreman on the ring, tweaking his nipple. Foreman was so fucking freaked out that he tried to sue. I don't want to be anywhere near that guy. I mean, this is like, if he willingly signed up for a position, that'd be me being like, I want to be a skydiving instructor, but I hate the air and the heights. Like, I can't do that. That's dumb. I'm sorry. That's a poop pile. I wanted to be behind this guy. And maybe if we had more information, I would be. But as it stands, I don't think I can.
He wouldn't have got the position without like passing the test showing he was, right? He has to like go into that. So at some point he was not afraid of fire. So I feel like the job created this, right? This is like
really? His villain origin story? You think?
Grasping at some straws here. Okay.
So I feel like they owe it to him to like help him work through it. So there's got to be some
putting him
job
closer and closer to fire. Like...
By continuing to force him to fight.
Are you afraid of heights? Let me just chuck you off increasingly taller buildings.
He wants to be there, right? There's got to be some job on fire suppression unit that, someone's got to turn the hose on back at the job.
That's hose turn on unit, not fire suppression unit.
I'll man the hose. What?
Hold on, my arms move very slowly these days. It will take me a while to turn it on.
You need someone to honk the horn on the truck. I've got that covered.
This poor guy. Oh no!
It's half machine.
Yeah, I think this guy's probably sustained some psychological damage in the job. I'll get to take it to trial.
All right, number 6. Just a couple more here. Jesse Dimmick, a fugitive facing a murder charge, kidnapped a Kansas couple in September 2009. At some point, he fell asleep and they escaped. They sued Dimmick for over $75,000 in damage. His response was to countersue for breach of contract. He claimed the couple had a legally binding oral agreement for them to hide him from the police. His case was dismissed. So he kidnapped some people. They escape. They sue him. He countersues, basically saying you were supposed to stay kidnapped while I slept. You said you would stay there.
I said stay there. Okay. Gotcha. Signed on the dotted line.
That counts. That counts.
You said okay.
It's an oral contract.
They had a contract to hide him. Is that what you said?
Yeah, it says they had a legally binding oral agreement for them to hide him from the police. I don't know exactly what that...
So just, like, not turn him in, right? Even if they got loose.
I think so.
Like, to not turn him in. I was trying to think of something.
Knock your way out of this one.
To trial. Side with the kidnapper, Novak.
Look, if someone... I don't like... when people tell you they're going to do one thing, and then they do not.
When Joe Frazier told me he was going to fight me for the World Heavyweight Champion, instead he tried to eat my asshole for 3 hours.
Yeah, poo pile. I can't get any traction going here.
Yeah. Geiger, come on. You got to send this one to trial, right?
Yeah, let's do it. So...
Hell yeah!
He rolls up his sleeves.
Let me get to work. So wait a minute, he kidnapped them? So he kidnapped them and then had the... Look, even kidnappers need to rest. And I'm sure they wanted to finish it amicably, right? Or amicably even. But but like, how can he do that when they leave and then have the audacity to sue him? He let them go. I don't know. Yeah. Fucking poop pile. This guy's a shithead. I can't do it. I tried. He's a kidnap. When you started by saying a guy kidnapped somebody, you kind of lose a lot of leverage, I think, in the later legal proceedings.
Okay. Maybe they were afraid of getting kidnapped, and he's just trying to slowly break their fear over time.
I'll put on my own bindings. Am I kidnapping him? I didn't even know.
All right. Well, we'll see what you think of this one. The parents of Danbury High School student Vinicius Robacher said their son suffered hearing loss after one of his teachers slammed her hand on his desk to wake him up during math class. The family sued the school and the school board and the city, but the case fell on deaf ears, and was dismissed. So
that was an awesome joke. Whoever wrote that article.
Yeah, very good. Good. So the guy fell asleep. They slammed the hand down.
Yeah.
Good
next
Lord.
to his ear to wake him up, and so they sued.
Hearing loss from the slam.
Yeah, is this history class taught by fucking Bruce Banner? What the fuck? Boom! Ah! Like blood pouring out of his ear. What the fuck? No sleep in class.
Hulk smash earlobe.
Look, teachers have a very difficult job. However, I don't love when they use aggressive means. Like, they could have just nudged the kid awake or said, "Hey, shithead, wake up," or whatever. You probably can't swear at him, but if you really did hurt,
I don't like when they're aggressive. Just call them a shithead.
If they really did hurt their ear, like, look, let's presuppose for a second that the injury was valid and real. If my own kid got hurt that way just from sleeping in class, which they shouldn't do for sure, but if they ruptured their eardrum from some action of a teacher, then I would sue for the medical damages as well. But is it likely that this Herculean slap ruptured time and space and this guy's eardrum? Probably not. But if we're going to take the article at face value, fuck that teacher. Take it.
Okay, Novak, why do you think it's okay for kids to sleep in class?
Yeah, what is this desk? Like, there's no logic here.
What is this desk?
It's the desk phone. They sued the desk.
Sleeping on a steel drum? Or like, what is that?
On a piece of vibranium?
Yeah, it seems like they're trying to abuse teachers, right? Our most precious commodity.
Oh boy,
that we have in the United States, and they are the true heroes. They should not be sued.
Yeah.
Wow.
I agree.
Oh yeah. I didn't.
So this is a poop pile.
All right. Last one. Here we go. A French businessman sued Uber for $48 million, claiming that a flaw in the ride-sharing company's app played a role in the dissolution of his marriage. The businessman said he borrowed his wife's phone and used it to log into the Uber app. He claimed a glitch in the app caused it to continue sending notifications of his whereabouts to his wife's phone, even after he logged off. And apparently some of the movements caused a problem with his wife, and their marriage ended in divorce. So guy used his wife's phone to call an Uber to go to his mistress's house.
Yeah.
Or probably more likely the blue light district, or maybe the Goatsy Grotto.
Yeah.
And and then his wife found out about it, so he sues Uber. What do you think?
Right. So, yeah. Now, I don't like.
I did say Novak, but go ahead.
Oh, I thought you said Geiger.
I thought you said Geiger too.
Right. Yeah, go ahead, Geiger.
I mean,
fuck Uber.
Fuck Uber to an extent. I mean, the notifications are probably something that's configurable. I'm just guessing. Also, the cheating on your wife is configurable by not doing so.
Very configurable, yes.
I looked at the last update, and there was a whole 2.0. If you downloaded it, it removes the option to cheat on your wife.
I think like most divorce decrees have like a thing like, I swear I configured it to be cheating. That's how you configure marriage. Yeah.
So probably a poop pile. Like, it sounds like he probably was going somewhere he shouldn't. But in his defense, what if he was going to buy her a diamond necklace from a young lady in an apartment building, right? Like a private dealer, and then the surprise was ruined. That's probably why they broke up. She wanted to be surprised.
No, I was at the McDonald's next to the strip club.
Yeah,
That's what he was
they
saying.
charged my card too. It was weird. So I will say poo pile, but there may be, you know, some validity to his claims. Novak.
Novak, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, unless they track you back to 1993 to watch Evander Holyfield autoerotic asphyxiate in the middle of Madison Square Garden,
Yeah.
then they might have a case.
Evander Holyfield hung himself with a giant boner in the middle of Madison Square Garden. Wow.
Sold out,
You
too.
you get the Uber notification. It pops up on your phone. It says like Sir Chris of Hansen is currently interviewing your husband in 1430 AD. Or whatever. Whoa! What a notification!
Uber time travel app.
Yeah, that does see. I feel like the guy. This is the best he could come up with, was to sue the company.
For $45 million.
That's committing to the bid. I'll give him that.
Yeah, it's one I'd like to read. Like when these lawsuits are for so much money. Like, do they have to justify the money on the lawsuits? Right, like, person burns himself for McDonald's. You say, okay, I'm paying for medical bills. Like when they burn themselves with the coffee, right? Like, what is the $45 million? Like, was your wife just a total baller and now you like don't have access to these funds? Or like, what?
He's recovering from a broken heart.
He was married to Taylor Swift. That's what it was.
Yeah. John Mayer is suing Uber.
Yeah, he doesn't. I don't think he's got a case here. I'm gonna go poop pile.
Okay.
Damn.
All right, as you tried that.
All right. Well, I think we kept the U.S. courts open. We're not busying them up with all this bullshit. We only sent a few cases their way, so
Good job,
be
you guys.
thankful. Yeah. Next, the last snack, we got Auto Drop, the Smack Chaos
Autoerotic
Mix.
drop.
Knew that was coming. I just didn't know for move.
The Smack
Is this
Chaos
fruit
Mix
snacks?
Total Loss Auto Drop. It's a big ol'. Oh, here's what it looks like, Geiger.
Oh,
It's a big old fat box.
That is a fatty.
Look at this thing.
Whoa,
Damn.
that's a fat box.
Look at that fat box.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
It's like 2 by 2 by 4 box
Yeah.
inches.
And it's got a bunch of cars on the, like, gummy looking cars in the front saying boink. As cars.
Original Crash.
The original Crash flavor.
The original Crash went boink.
On the back, it does say Bruisin' Day Cola Truck, Brush First Road Cadillac, and Zwarte Kiever.
Oh, thank you for letting us know. I wonder which Zwarte. So these just look like fruit snacks,
They do look,
but
that
they are
way.
shaped like automobiles.
They are very hard, though.
Yeah, they're more like hard, like Haribo style gummies.
Oh, wow.
It looks like we have a couple different flavors? Question mark.
I think that's what he was reading, but
Yeah, it's like an orange. I got one that's like maybe red and yellow or something.
Oh,
Yeah. You don't like that one?
it's very licoricey.
Which one? The black one?
Yeah, the one that's like half red, half black.
You just spit that out?
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting.
Oh, great.
I'll try one of the other ones.
That one's good.
I think it's a Bugatti.
Mine's a Toyota Camry.
The all black one is vile.
There's a red and brown, or a yellow and brown that says cola. It's a Model T, but you can see the driver's got like a tiny cell phone, which is weird.
Is there one that's like supposed to be black and brown? Tastes like shit. Like a cement truck or something?
Tastes like an actual automobile.
Yeah, tastes like a seatbelt.
Tastes like the original Crash.
This one is shaped like that truck that empties the porta-johns.
Yummy.
That's definitely from the Brown District. Oh, so weird.
Yeah.
These, I'm trying to think of what consistency it reminds me of. They almost feel like when you hold them like a Swedish fish in terms of like how much you could push down, but they are chewier than that. Only one of the flavors was okay, that red one. Some of them are downright nasty, and I did spit out that licorice one. They're not a hate that, but to me, they are not very good. Not recommend them. I'm going to give it a dislike that. Geiger?
I tried to try all the flavors, but each one takes about 37 days to chew. So
you have to chew one, then go back in time, chew the next one.
Go back in
and
time.
You get them all done in like a day.
To when you started chewing.
Time is a flat circle. The ones that are just one flavor, I had like an orange long automobile and a pink long automobile. Those were good. I had one. It was black and brown. It tasted like shit. And then I had one that was like yellow and brown. It literally tasted like I was drinking like cleaning fluid after you already mopped the floor. It was just the worst fucking flavor of all time. The only one I haven't tried was this purple and black one. I'm going to do that quick.
Oh, that's the one.
No, this is the bad one?
Yeah.
Motherfucker, there's 3 bad ones? I'm going to break a tooth just eating it.
At least to me it was bad.
It's also that thick as it's like the shape of a fucking tour bus. Yeah, they're bad.
There's the good ones. The good ones are the cars, and they're really skinny, and there's barely anything. And then the shitty ones, like a fucking triple decker bus. Like, what the
it's like, here, eat this roller skate that actually tastes good, and then eat a fucking cement mixer that tastes like shit. I am overall going to average it out to a dislike that. Too many of these are bad. I also am giving it major downgrade for it's so hard to chew. So not a huge fan. But the good ones, if it was just the good ones, I think I might actually like it. But the bad ones outweigh it by a far.
All right, couple dislikes. It's not going to win. But Chad, what do you think?
Well, I got to say that these snacks do not make me say Amsterdam. Like I was kind of.
You never got to say that the entire.
Yeah, you really wanted to.
I know.
You were really stopped by saying it 3 different times. You never got to use that joke.
I think you guys are being way too generous to these things. Even the ones that are quote unquote good are like so hard to eat. You know, it's this kind of gummy that is.
It is a cement wagon.
It says cement wagon.
It is a cement
wagon. And the other one says double decker bus.
And the other one is a double decker bus.
At least I can identify candy trucks. That's good.
Yeah. So even these ones that are like skinny and thin or whatever, they're still just so hard to chew. And I hate when a gummy should not be that hard, right? It needs to be softer, needs to be easier to eat. And for what's there, like the flavor isn't even that great. And then we have multiple different flavors in this thing that are so nasty I spit them out. This is really gross. I'm shocked you guys gave this a dislike dat. It's a hate dat.
Wow.
All right.
Terrible score for the auto drop. The winner is the Balisto on the back of a few legs.
Yeah.
So that's
well deserved.
We've had worse runs of
Novak
snacks.
or Geiger, you are now like squinting your eyes like you're in pain.
I was just trying to swallow the last of the remnants of that fucking cement truck. It tastes like shit. I should have spit it out.
Oh yeah, dislike that. Yeah, for sure. Go ahead.
I don't want to be taken off the eating auto drop team.
You look like you had this look on your face like you were trying to fit the 5th gerbil up your butt. That was the look you had.
That was the 7th. But
When we try to put you in a producer role, you can't sue us because you want to be on the snacking team.
I want to be on the snacking producer role. Yeah. The great production values of this podcast.
Yeah, that's what this podcast is missing. A producer. We'd blow it up.
Listeners and advertising and all the other things.
That's our problem. Not the content.
No. No. So, penis bush. Let's vamp about that for some time, fellas.
All right, Geiger.
Yeah,
where can they contact us? Who do we sue because the content of this podcast is
bad? If you putting this podcast on caused your eardrum to rupture and you want to sue us for damages, well, go fuck yourself because we've got great lawyers here at You Tried Dat Corporate. No, we don't. If you have ever been part of or like either been sued or sued someone else, like some crazy weird lawsuit, tell us about it. I think it'd be interesting. Unless you're not.
Tell us if you've been sued, please.
Or you sued someone, and we'll tell you if your case is a poo pile or not. Mm-hmm. If you've ever been to Amsterdam and been to the blue light district or the brown light district or the red light district or the other red districts, if you have
My
seen...
ex won't pay alimony. Poo pile.
Yeah, that's what a crazy lawsuit. I'm disputing my grandmother's will. You poo pile piece of shit. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Which we didn't even say to the people who are actually a piece of shit. We didn't get that angry about it.
My neighbor's got a brick wall shaped like a taint. Go to trial.
What is a taint shaped like?
Flat wall.
Every brick wall. Yeah, they all
Flat wall.
like...
Maybe a little brown on
He's
one
got
end.
4 walls around his house, all taints.
It's taints all the way down.
My neighbor's swimming pool is round just like a butthole. Suing him. That's disgusting. He's goatsy pool. If you're not gonna fuck the ifs. If you want to let us know what you think about the snacks we tried, our ratings of them, suggest snacks for the podcast, any of that stuff, you can get a hold of us at youtrydat@gmail.com. We are on Twitter /X. We're on Facebook. We are on YouTube. We are on Instagram. Let us know what you think of the podcast. Tell your family and friends if you're enjoying it. And as always, thanks for listening.
All right, guys, you get one quick travel back in time. You're going to stay for 2 hours, and then you're automatically sent back. All right.
Auto dropped back home.
Which Tyson fight are you going to?
I want to see him fight Peter McNeely. 2 hours is not very long.
What do you got? You got stuff to do?
Yeah, well, if I'm going to be there, I want to check things out. Mm-hmm. Will I be immediately killed as like a heretic or something? Like if I show up like from the future, am I just going to get stoned to death by somebody who doesn't understand who I am?
As a heretic? What are you doing?
Well, like if I went back to the Crusade times and I showed up looking like me and like these
you're taking out your cell phone.
I'm taking out my cell phone and my wizardry powers.
We just go back in any time for 2 hours.
Right. So yeah, if you decide to go to a place in time to where you potentially get killed, then you might. Right.
Okay.
Don't go to the middle of the fucking Coliseum, right? Wearing a goddamn Packers sweatshirt. And like...
I want to kill a lion for Pontius Pilate.
I mean, honestly, I'm gonna roll the dice. I want to go back to dinosaur times.
Oh, wow.
And like get a picture of like a Triceratops or something, to bring back with me. So
is that your actual answer? You're gonna go in the middle of fucking dinosaurs?
You're gonna get close enough to a Triceratops to get a...
Look, hey, my cell phone's got 10 times zoom, all right? I don't have to get that close to it.
Man. I don't know. I mean, it's probably lame of me to say just like go back in time to win the lottery numbers or whatever. You know what I mean? That's probably lame because I also haven't paid attention to what the winning numbers were.
I'm gonna go back and still guess wrong. Oh shit! I thought I'd be right this time.
Like my birthday again, still didn't turn out. I got hour and a half left over. I gotta wander around for a while.
Yeah, and let's say you get like you have to choose in 60 seconds. You can't like look up anything and bet on it.
Okay, yeah, I can't.
Or make
I
like
can't.
I guess you I don't know. You can't like
I mean, I could remember
make
who won the World
investments
Series or
anything.
something. Yeah,
Right.
make investments. Yeah. Man, I don't know. It might be kind of cool to be at the first Ice Bowl or something for the Packers. I mean, like just for a 2-hour thing, just to see like a famous.
You don't
moment
even
in
get to
history.
see the whole game.
Okay, I'll see the end. I know
2
who won
hours.
already. Or I could see like, could I be on the moon shuttle for the first moon landing? Could I be like hanging on the moon with Neil Armstrong in a spacesuit, just like floating around? That'd be kind of cool. I'd be like the third guy in the picture. Like, who's that? And it's like, it's Neil or whatever. You know, like, and then
I think if you go back in time, you're just wherever the fuck you like. I don't think you could just be on another planet or like in space. Suddenly.
You didn't specify.
All right,
okay.
fine. Fucking go to the moon.
I'm going to the moon. Drawing a big taint up there so someone can sue me later.
Just carefully arranging the moon rocks into a penis shape.
You just
Moon
appear
penis.
on a Hollywood set. I do it.
Oh man! Or Area 51, maybe.
I'm gonna
The
sue Neil
aliens.
Armstrong.
What would you do, Novak? What's your answer?
Definitely to watch Holyfield autoerotic. It's 58.
Yeah, those are pretty. I would imagine that's on video somewhere.
Everyone
but yeah.
claims they were there. It's like one of those things, and like
Yeah.
people are like, "Oh, I
It's
was
like
there."
a Mandela effect.
Yeah, but
right.
like more people said they were there than even tickets were sold, which
Yeah.
is,
Mhm.
makes it fishy.
I mean, a lot of people are like, "Oh, where were you on 9/11?" But like, I always remember where I was when Holyfield autoerotic.
So many fakes
Yeah.
on eBay are being sold of his cum-soaked boxing trunks, but there's only one. And I think it's at the Smithsonian. I could be wrong.
Lots of people are selling Evander Holyfield.
Yeah.
There's just a bunch of listings
Yeah.
that just says cum trunks.
Cum trunks.
That's the item title.
I know-
Our chest cup.
People often put up things from events like maybe a fake souvenir they bought there,
Yeah.
but they don't often put up fake clothes that the performer was wearing.
That's what makes this auction so incredible, is that you can get the real cum trunks from Evander Holyfield, for a low
It's got a
price
picture of
$3,000.
authenticity. It shows Evander Holyfield's O face, so you know that's right when he's spunked.
Yeah, if you now check, if you go back in time and I slid through the ring like a cool guy sliding over the top of a Corvette and picked up his trunks off the floor and just slid out the other side.
Because they were on the floor after
Right.
he nutted. That
Yeah,
is
he
true.
just dropped trow, and you didn't get arrested by security at all.
See, usually what I do when I come is I do it in my underwear and then take my underwear off. That is usually what I do. So, he did it too.
Okay, so I'm going back to exactly 1 hour, 59 minutes, and 5 seconds before Holyfield comes. And so then, right as I slide through the ring and pick up his shorts, and then I just fucking disappear. And I have his trunk with me.
It's just like zapped through a portal. Oh, like coming out.
I got me some cum trunks.
And then you just hang them up in your basement, right? It's like a cool thing, a conversation piece.
You wouldn't go to like 2 hours ago and tell us to talk about something else for this podcast?
I literally thought that's what you were trying to figure out, the time in the podcast. To go back. That's fine, a
Nope.
different intro, boys.
I was trying to figure out how to steal Holyfield's trunks without being caught by
Gotta
security.
get those trunks.
Don't wash them either. They lose
Because
their
there's
value
no
then.
way I'm getting out alive of that place.
You don't want any people are trying to be clawing at me to get a piece of them trunks.
All right. That'll do it for this time.
Oh,
We'll be
boy.
back next time. On 3 brand new snacks.
I'm so sorry. Yep.